The safety net just got pulled out from under the entire EV industry. In the fall of 2025, the U.S. government killed the $7,500 federal EV tax credit, the exact subsidy that had been keeping the electric car market on life support for years. For a lot of automakers, already losing money on every single EV they built, this was supposed to be the final blow. The market braced for a crash, and it got one. But in the middle of that wreckage, one company didn't just survive, it came out stronger than ever. While everyone else was falling apart, Tesla walked away from the fourth quarter of 2025 with something closer to a total takeover. And the numbers make one thing brutally clear. Take away the government checks, and it's Tesla, and then it's everybody else, fighting for scraps. Before we get into exactly how lopsided this got, hit subscribe because this is the clearest real-world stress test the EV industry has ever been through, and the results are staggering. Let's start with the scoreboard because it's honestly hard to believe. In the last 3 months of 2025, the U.S. electric vehicle market basically collapsed. Sales dropped 36% year over year the moment that artificial demand from the tax credit disappeared. It was a bloodbath. General Motors watched its EV sales fall 43%. Ford wasn't far behind. And in the middle of all that carnage, Tesla walked away with 59.8% of the entire U.S. EV market. Not a slight lead, not staying ahead of the pack, a total one-sided victory that says more about strategy, efficiency, and product than any marketing campaign ever could. Now here's the part that makes this so satisfying to unpack. For years, Ford and General Motors stood on stage and swore they were all in on electric, pouring billions into new EV lineups and promising a clean, green future. But underneath all that, there was an uncomfortable secret. They were losing serious money on every single unit they sold. The vehicles were expensive to build, the battery supply chains were a mess, and both companies were treating their EV programs like a side hustle bolted onto a much bigger gas-powered business. The federal tax credit was basically a painkiller, masking just how broken those business models really were. Once that support vanished in September of 2025, the market finally saw them for what they really were. The fallout was immediate. General Motors, staring straight at its money-losing EV division, had to eat a $6 billion charge just to scale back its own ambitions, quietly retreating back to the gas-powered trucks and SUVs that actually make it money. Ford's story was even worse. Already bracing for billions in EV losses, the subsidy removal was the final straw, and the company announced a staggering $19.5 billion write-down, killing off future models and tearing up its entire electric roadmap. These weren't small course corrections, these were panic moves from companies that were never actually ready to compete without government training wheels. While Ford and GM were busy writing off billions and cutting jobs, Tesla just kept selling cars, a lot of them. The fourth quarter numbers are honestly wild. In a market that had just shrunk dramatically, Tesla still delivered over 418,000 vehicles globally, locking in 58.9% of the U.S. market for the quarter alone. Put that next to Ford's 6.6% of the full-year market, or GM's 13% despite having a bigger lineup. Think about what that actually means. For every 10 EVs sold in the U.S. after the subsidy disappeared, nearly 6 of them were Teslas. Yes, Tesla's total U.S. sales for the year dipped around 7% compared to 2024, reflecting a cooler overall market. But that's not the real story. The real story is Tesla's slice of the pie didn't just grow, it basically became the entire pie, leaving everyone else fighting for the crumbs. This wasn't luck, this was the payoff of a decade of laser-focused strategy. While legacy automakers treated EVs like a side project squeezed into gas-powered factories, Tesla treated it as the only project, building hyper-efficient EV-only gigafactories from the ground up. The end of the tax credit didn't create Tesla's dominance, it just ripped away the noise and exposed the structural advantages that had been quietly building the whole time. If seeing the Model Y basically eat the entire post-subsidy market surprises you, drop a like and tell me in the comments what you think Tesla's biggest real advantage actually is: the manufacturing scale, the supercharger network, or the software. So how did Tesla not just survive the storm, but come out of it stronger than before? It comes down to two pillars feeding into each other like a flywheel: brutal manufacturing efficiency and a product people genuinely want. On the manufacturing side, Tesla doesn't just build cars, it builds the machines that build the machines that build the cars. That obsession with production efficiency means their cost per vehicle sits far below competitors trying to retrofit decades-old factories. That efficiency is the real superpower. When that $7,500 subsidy disappeared, Ford and GM couldn't sell their cars anymore without eating a massive loss. Tesla, on the other hand, had enough margin flexibility to absorb the hit and keep pricing competitive, posting a total GAAP gross margin of 20.1% in the fourth quarter, a number its rivals can only dream about. The second pillar is the product itself, and in 2025, one car stood above everything else: the Model Y. It was the best-selling EV in America by a wide margin. Early in 2026, Consumer Reports cemented its status, naming the Tesla Model Y the best EV in its top 10 picks for the year, praising its sports car-level performance and the convenience of the supercharger network. That came right after the highly anticipated Juniper refresh, which sharpened the formula even further with a sleeker design and updated tech, reviewers calling out the more premium feel and smarter features. It took the best-selling EV in the world and somehow made it better almost across the board. And Tesla didn't stop there. Recognizing the new economic reality, they rolled out cheaper variants in late 2025, making the Model Y even more accessible for buyers now shopping without any federal help. Now, zoom out for a second, because this American story isn't the whole global picture. While Tesla was locking down the US, the global fight for EV supremacy got even fiercer. For the full year of 2025, Chinese automaker BYD actually passed Tesla in total battery electric vehicle sales worldwide, moving over 2.2 million battery electric vehicles, compared to Tesla's 1.64 million, powered by a wide lineup of affordable models that are crushing it in China and beyond. That doesn't take anything away from what Tesla just did. It actually clarifies it. The global EV market isn't one single battlefield. But it also shows exactly why what happened in the United States matters so much. While facing brutal competition overseas, Tesla proved its dominance at home, and the US accounts for a massive chunk of its global sales. America has effectively become Tesla's fortress. In a straight fight on home turf with no government incentives distorting the picture, Tesla's advantages in brand loyalty, technology, and manufacturing scale proved completely decisive. When the training wheels came off, the strongest rider pulled away from the entire pack. The global EV war keeps raging, but on American soil, Tesla has clearly won the first major post-subsidy battle. The end of 2025 wasn't the end of the EV transition, it was the end of the beginning. It was a painful but necessary correction that separated the companies that were actually built for this from the ones that were just playing pretend behind a subsidy check. Tesla spent a decade preparing for exactly this moment, driving down costs through manufacturing innovation and building a product compelling enough that people would buy it with or without government help. That 59% market share in the chaos of Q4 2025 is the ultimate proof of that strategy. It shows that in an unsubsidized market, efficiency and desirability are the only two weapons that actually matter. As we move deeper into 2026, the competition is scrambling to regroup, and Tesla is pressing every bit of that advantage. The era of artificial EV competition is officially over. The era of Tesla's real dominance is just getting started. Let me know down in the comments what you think happens next.
I read every single one, and if you want to stay ahead of every twist in this story, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you're first to know the moment the next numbers drop. Thanks for watching.